I'm doing my own thing, I feel much more self-conscious.
You always had a lot of musical projects. Now you have your solo project and Dinosaur Jr. at the same time touring and maybe writing some songs for yourself as well. How do you cope with that busy schedule of two projects?
I've always done that, I guess. There's never been a time when I haven't been doing a couple of things at once. Even in the beginning of Dinosaur Jr., I was recording on 4-track and writing my own songs and beginning to write on ukulele and acoustic guitar. And then when I had Sebadoh, I had Full Complosion at the same time, both of which were really quite busy in the 90s. And I would tour for both and write songs for both. And so I'm kind of used to, I think it's pretty normal for musicians and artists in general to do a few things at once. I think for some reason when it comes to rock musicians, people really expect you to be very, well, this is what you do and sort of focus on this one thing, but I don't think that's really, I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think it's common. I think most people have a lot of other things going on. They have bands and solo projects and things that, you know.
Is it also maybe a way to escape from the expectations that people have from certain bands or projects, that you're every time in a different mindset?
That's part of it, I guess. Yeah. I mean, I guess when I'm playing with Dinosaur Jr., I don't feel. I guess because it's mostly Jay. It's kind of like Jay's creation, really. So I feel more relaxed when I'm playing with Dinosaur Jr. And when I'm doing my own thing, I feel much more self-conscious, you know. So it's really nice to go and be unself-conscious with Dinosaur and let Jay have Jay be the front man and really just sort of focus on being a bass player and playing to Murph. And I mean, that's really like it's like a weight off my mind. And then when I go back, then it makes me ready that when I go back in to do my own things, I am more focused and more energetic when I do my own things after that.
Has it always been like that you felt very relaxed playing with Dinosaur Jr. because?
No. I mean, only now that I'm older. I mean, since the reunion, definitely it's very relaxed for me, you know. But it wasn't that way when we were kids by any means. But that's, you know.
Yeah, because how's your relationship with Jay at this moment? Because all those things that happened in the past.
It's better than it's ever been. So.
What was needed for you what was needed for you to forgive him? What he did to you? Back in.
I mean, I didn't have to. I mean. Well, I mean, anything that happens to you there's part of what happens to you is your own perception of it, and then the other half is what maybe happened, what really happened. I mean, everyone has their own version of the story, and my version of the Dinosaur story was that I got kicked out and Jay was a terrible person, and the other story is that I was very self-conscious and very young, and maybe I took things too personally when I shouldn't have, and so I just see the other side of the story, and I see the side of the story that where Jay is not the evil person that I wanted him to be, and then when I see that other side of the story, and I see how important Dinosaur Jr. is to me in my development as a musician, and how being around when I was young and around Jay, who was in a very creative period at that time, like how much that influenced me and how that inspired me. And when I think of all of those things, it makes it very easy to forgive or to just say, well, you know, now it's something new. And we're much older, and the music is more important now than it was back then. Like when we were kids, everything, our own little, you know, you're very self-centered. It's hard to see the big picture. And now that I'm older, the big picture is that Dinosaur Jr., the three of us make an interesting sound together, and I should do that, and I should do other things too, and maybe, you know, just live a well-rounded life.